So guys, today is Monday. We're recording live on twitch.tv/Hellstormwargaming. I'm joined by Jay from Mohawk Miniatures. Hi, Jay.
Yo, dude.
And today is Monday, and there's been a little bit of a surprise FAQ. Well, not a surprise, but it's kind of just appeared unknowingly.
Yeah. Did they not used to, like, put notifications this on the front page or something? Like, oh, guess what? There's some rules updates. Because they haven't.
They haven't done that in a while.
For the last couple.
Yeah, exactly. So it's relatively short, but we're going to quickly go through what it is and what it all means. So essentially, there's been a couple of erratas for things that didn't really, well, should have been there, but then weren't. So we got the rites of initiation, which is the first one, which essentially means that you can take repulsors and repulsor executioners in your Deathwing detachments. That's pretty much all that means, I think.
But before it was just that they had it down as just repulsor. And because it was in bold, it was a name or a keyword. I can't remember which way around it's meant to be now. But basically, just clarified now, yes, you can also have repulsor executioners. You don't have to rip your turrets off and so on.
That's good. That's good. So that was relatively straightforward. We've got the Hunt, which is a stratagem. I'm just going to look that
What does this do? Because they've changed it in the FAQ now to you can only use this stratagem once. I'd like to point out, for anyone that is very, very into rules as written, what they really mean by this is you can only use this stratagem once per battle. Not in every game of Dark Angels you play, you can only use this stratagem once.
Are you sure it's
cool
not every
jets,
Dark Angels game? Okay, so it already says in the app that it's only once, but we'll just go through what it says. It might have already been updated.
Well, that's good. They have updated it in the app then.
So the hunters use the stratagem at the start of the first battle round before the first turn begins. Select one Raven Wing unit from your army. You can make a normal move if it's a movement phase, but must end more than 9 choice money models. Yada yada yada. It costs 2 CP, otherwise it's 3. You can only use this stratagem once. So it's essentially the same as like Full On Fury, like the Alpha Legion one where you move before the game starts. You can only use it once. It's fair enough.
Does that mean then that the only army in the game that's got a multiple pre-game move strat is World
Eaters? Yeah, World Eaters with the, I can't remember what it's called now, but essentially they can choose any unit and they use it multiple times and on the same unit.
Yeah, that's right.
Technically, I wouldn't allow it, but technically they can use it on the same unit multiple times.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah,
to be fair, the Hunt you could spend a lot of CP getting a few units into place and stuff, but I'm not sure anyone was really willing to blow all their wad, just to move a couple of units of bikes or Black Knights or whatever.
Yeah. 1 second, I'm just going to grab the Codex because the app is up to date.
So the Cup of Retribution has a change to the final sentence for priest models.
So it changes the final sentence. While friendly Dark Angels call units within 6 inches of the priest, add 1 to the attack characters to the models. It says, while a friendly Dark Angels call unit is within 6 inches of this priest, add 1 to the attack characteristics of models in that unit.
Is all the
I know what they've changed.
Aura? Is it priest?
They've added the aura keyword. Yeah, they've added aura.
Yeah.
So now it's officially an aura, so it can be affected by things that affect auras. That's what's changed.
Yeah, which is important.
So yeah,
that's a good clarification.
Yeah, so the ability hasn't actually changed at all. Another one that was relatively obvious that it should have got changed was the Deathwing Apothecary and Ravenwing Apothecary abilities. Essentially, they had a 6-inch range.
And to be fair, for the Ravenwing Apothecary, it's even more because he's on a base that's quite chonky as well in comparison to your regular dude.
And he's really fast, the Ravenwing.
Yeah.
Really fast.
He's certainly the best doctor in the game.
But now, so that's been limited to 3 inches. So the only way you can extend that now is with Voxy Spiritum, which is a relic from the Space Marine book, and it's only for Primaris. So only the Primaris one can get a 6-inch range now.
That's right.
But it's expected. Ravenwing's still fast, Deathwing's still chonky, so it's not a total loss. They're still really good units.
Yeah, and I don't think you can consider that a loss anyway, because that was one of those things that was clearly going to be the case, as they were the only units that had the 6-inch rather than the 3-inch.
Yeah,
and it's not parity, and that's what you're usually going to see in cases like this, is everything trying to be the same with maybe a slightly unique flavour, but fundamentally the same thing being the case.
Yeah, exactly. So other than that, there's just an FAQ asking if you can give a second Waller trait if it can be Deathwing or Ravenwing. So relatively short. I mean, that was relatively straightforward. Some nice changes. Obviously, the Hunt getting clarified, the Apothecary getting clarified as well. But relatively short, so if you're Dark Angels player, be happy you've still got Transhuman on everything.
honest, I really didn't see that going away, because changing it to here's the same as one of the custom traits that you can have for your chapter, therefore you're not special at all, would be a real mistake, I feel.
Yeah, it's really strong, and it's good that they've kept it.
But it is the theme of that army. That's how Games Workshop's written that army to be. So
yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, Dark Angel's still really good. This really doesn't change them. It just clarifies things and fixes essentially the broken apothecaries, which weren't really needed. It doesn't really change too much, but they're still there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the bigger change will come in the Marine Codex, you got to feel, wouldn't you? Yeah. If they do decide to change the way that the apothecary works, because technically it's just too efficient, I feel. You're getting very little punitive measure, i.e. 15 points spent to making the super apothecary.
Yeah.
But you're making back easily like 7-8 times that in points in a normal game.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I feel like this was just essentially, not even like nerfing them or anything, it's just fixing what they've done wrong. This is essentially what this FAQ is. Except for the actual question, which in my opinion didn't really need answering. It kind of made sense anyway, but this essentially what it does, it just fixes. There's nothing that's like changing how the army works, it's basically the same. So Dark Angel players rejoice, it's still the same.
That's right. I'd have thought, like you, the last one there, the question part of the FAQ probably didn't need answering, because it just seems obvious that yes, you can take the warlord traits, that you have the keywords to be able to take. But I guess there was enough questions asked about it that they
clearly
had.
Clearly, yeah. So there you go. That's the Dark Angels FAQ. Enjoy, Dark Angel players.